So you want to know the difference between Spwll Twister and Soul Catcher. Well, first off, let's go ahead and start with the descriptions. The Spwll Twister, it is going to reduce the soul cost of casting spells, but by how much? We're going to dig into that here in just a second. And also Soul Catcher will increase the amount of soul gained when striking an enemy. Well, both of these things seem like they do roughly the same thing, right? Every time you strike an enemy, you're going to gain more soul that you can use to cast more spells, whereas Spwll Twister is just going to reduce the cost of casting spells. So what are the main differences between these two? Why should you pick Spwll Twister or Soul Catcher? And I think it's going to depend partially on your playstyle. So let's go ahead and jump right in first with Soul Catcher. What is it? What is the difference with Soul Catcher versus no charm at all? Every time you deal damage with your nail, you are going to gain 11 soul. In over here on the side, it says MP, that magic power, that's your soul. So when we deal damage with the nail, now we gain 14 soul, right? That is an extra 2 rather than 11. So what that means is we're going to gain soul at a rate of 18% faster than normal. But if you didn't know, when you go to gain soul in your reserve tanks, so right now we're at 112 soul. If I strike with my nail again, we go up to 120. Normally, we would gain 6 soul from doing a regular nail attack. But now, with this charm, we went from 112 to 120. That means we gained 8. So 2 divided by 6, we're gaining soul 33% faster than if we were just doing a regular nail hit, right? What does all that mean? Let's get this all translated. There's 2 different ways that this is going to help you. Some players like to save up all of their soul and then use it in an emergency, whether that's for spells or healing, whereas other players like to use their soul almost as soon as they can, and actually that's the more efficient way because you gain soul faster when you're on your main soul tank. When you're trying to build up your reserve vessels, you gain it a lot slower. Granted, it goes a little bit faster when you've got Soul Catcher. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that you're the type of player who likes to gain all of their soul and save it on reserves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16, 17, 18, 19. It takes 19 hits with Soul Catcher in order to be at full capacity. And then with that, you're going to have the same normal, how many spells? 6 spells, right? Now, let's compare that with Spwll Twister. How many hits does it take to get the full? And also, how many spells do we get to unleash? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24, 25, 26 to be full. 26 instead of 19. Roughly, let's round it. Let's just say it takes a third more nail swings to be able to get you to full soul. But how many extra spells can you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do 8 full spells instead of 6. That gives you, that's like a perfect trade-off because you gain exactly 33% extra spells worth of spell damage, etc., compared to if you didn't have Soul Catcher. So it's almost 1-to-1, but you actually have a little bit more soul than because there's only a little bit of extra soul left in the tank. It's almost the same. But difference of where this really shines is when you're not filling up all the way. And it's also if you heal a lot. If you find that you're healing all the time, Spwll Twister does not help you with heals. I remember when I first started playing Hollow Knight, I was a nail build player. I would only use my nail. I very rarely used my spells, and I saved all of my soul as a backup for when I needed to heal. That's when Soul Catcher really comes into play to help you out, because then you're building up that soul and you can use it to heal. If you are a little bit more advanced and you're not saving your soul to be able to heal all the time, Spwll Twister is for sure the way to go, because you will be able to cast way more spells and you're not wasting so much soul trying to fill up your reserve tanks. The other thing that makes sense is checking out Lenovo Legion gaming laptops and computers. I will leave a link down in the description. This channel is sponsored by Lenovo Legion, so thank you so much for that. If you come over here and you check out their desktops, they've got right here their gaming desktops, and they've also got laptops that you can check out. They've got a deals section. Yo, you got to check it out. Here's the area with all of their gaming computers, and you can see these things are going on sale for like 37% off, 25, 28, 31%. You got to check these out. They've even got the high-end computers. Mwah. Lenovo Legion, make sure to check them out. Okay, now let's do the comparison if we aren't filling up our soul tank all the way to the brim with soul, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to be able to get us enough to do 3 spells, right? Takes 8 hits. But if we switch over to Spwll Twister, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like normal, but 1, 2, 3, we can do 4. So what does that mean? What did we just figure out? We get 1 extra spell worth of damage with only 1 extra nail hit. We gain 33% extra damage, right? And it only costs us 1 extra nail swing. Instead of it being 8 to fill up, it was 9. Means it costs us that 1.25% nail swings. That difference right there, that gap, as long as you keep doing that over and over and over again, we're basically getting 20% extra soul for spells. That is where Spwll Twister really shines. If you are using your spells constantly over and over again really quickly before you fill up that main soul tank, Spwll Twister absolutely outshines Soul Catcher. So there you go. I hope that you found this video helpful. Leave me a link down in the comment below or subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Thank you to my members who have been supporting my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for watching all the way to the end. My name is Relyea, and I'll talk to you again more real soon. Thanks. Bye.